All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back like we never left. It's still the greatest show.
Yes, sir.
With your favorite superstar. Yeah, superstar. Of course, I go by the name Emiola, and with me, as usual, as always, the host, the greatest of all the greatest.
Born the great, of course.
All right, it feels good to be back here, you know.
Yes, it is.
You know,
It feels good. I
yeah.
mean, it's a very cool weather. I mean, rain is blessing us with his
The showers of the rain is blessing us with the showers of blessing. That's, yeah. So you know,
Star Emiola.
in the spirit, you know, it's always very, very good when we come like this, like, you know, having this podcast. In a way, it has improved us as human beings, right?
Yeah,
you know,
just even like I like to have like a very good conversation with people who I know have sense. And the reason, and then listen to people who have sense, because the logic behind it is me too. I want to have sense.
That's
And I cannot afford not to have sense, you know, because that would be very detrimental to my personality, and you know, not but my personality as in terms of status, but personality as a human, you know, as a man
seeking to grow.
Exactly. So with what we've established before, that as a man, there's a whole lot that is expected of you. You know, so meaning you just have to have sense. Mine is all about having sense, and I think I'm beginning to have small sense.
In a
I'm
situation,
gathering everything together. You get
how do you handle situations where you have to deal with somebody that doesn't have sense? How does it make you feel? Like in some situations, you just have to deal with that person. There's a business,
maybe
there's
like
something.
a co-worker or what?
Yeah, a co-worker, or you know, on the street, you have to deal with, you know, a bike man or somebody that doesn't have sense.
One thing I always do now, with me being better informed about the human psychology, because I had to, you know, read a book like which is highly recommended, by the way, Law of Human Nature by Robert Greene.
Law of Human Nature.
Law of Human Nature.
Let me put
It's
that
a very
down.
good book, which, you know, talks about the dichotomy of, you know, human behaviors and how we behave. You know, then another book by this one, I'm just giving out books
Yeah,
today.
it's okay now.
And it's
People
just
should
like I
learn.
said, it's just I just want to have sense.
Okay.
You know, so another one that I read is Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz.
I think I've seen about.
Yeah.
I think I just started
So now,
reading here.
if understanding the psychology, you know, of humans and how we are how we naturally respond and react to things. So if a situation like that occur, whereby I have to deal with someone
Who doesn't have sense.
so I will just look at what are we having issue, what is the reason why we're having this particular issue. Is it an emotional thing? So that's my point. That's why I made reference, you know, to these books.
Okay.
So is it an emotional thing or is it a logical thing? So I try to, so especially if it's an emotional thing, I just
Walk away.
I understand, so I don't react.
Okay. Do you walk away or you just deal with the situation right there?
You know, like you are, let's say for like a card person, and you would have to pay.
Yeah, definitely.
Then you would need to collect your change. So in that situation, you would just have to be very patient.
Yeah,
you get
that's
me?
true. That's true.
So that you can get your
change.
change back.
Yeah. Okay.
But if it's in a situation whereby I would not have anything to do with that person, so I just, you know, walk away.
Okay.
But there are some times where you have to fight back. You know, if it's a logical thing, just to show that what this person is actually saying doesn't make sense. You know, so you come up with, you know, angles whereby the person will be able to see that what the person is saying is nonsense. You know, like something like that.
I understand. All right, so you know, if you're like we always tell our viewers out there, we're just coming up, you know, but we have a whole lot of content out there already. It makes me feel good.
Yeah,
it makes me feel good. Like when
course.
I check our channel, I be like, I count 1, 10, 15. I'm like, All right, we got some. We got some.
We're getting there.
Yeah,
you
we're
know.
getting there, but
people are
we're
getting
still
to know
we're
us.
still coming up. So people should come at us like easy, please. We are still babies in this
Well,
industry.
should they come at us easy now? I think you guys should come at us anyhow.
Don't come too hard.
Yeah, we've been here now for over 2 months. You
But
can
don't
come
come.
hard.
No.
Come hard.
We need
before I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we're just growing,
Mhm.
and we're familiarizing ourselves with the viewers or whoever just bumps into any of our content,
Yeah.
and we'll say because we're just starting then.
Yeah.
So I'll just be like, but right now, if you don't like it, just say you don't like it, so that we know when. Because sometimes the harsh truths will actually help us to know what to do.
Yeah.
But if you find it interesting, just click the like
button. You can help
Please.
us to share
And
please.
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
That is if you find it interesting.
Yeah, you'll find it interesting. By the
Exactly.
way, you find it because right now I think we are now here. People know what we're all about now.
Yeah.
It's not just random guys just having some random chit chat. We
Yeah.
have stuff. People know
Yeah.
what we are all about now.
Exactly.
That's why we have people like wanting to come on the show. And that's if you're not doing something interesting, nobody will want to associate with you.
Exactly.
So we're getting there. We're still starting out. Like okay, we've started well, but we are still going. We believe we are still going place. We have a whole lot of places to go, and
Of course. Maybe one day we're gonna host in Dubai. You get me?
definitely
And you're gonna come with us.
Yeah, we'll be all over the world. We'll be every fucking way. So today, we have a whole lot of stuff to talk about.
Of course,
Let's
always.
just
We always do.
Yeah, so let's just
Always.
let me come out. It's going to be like indirect, but I'll ask you more of the questions and
Yeah, go
then
ahead.
you give me. So
I like
the
it
first
when
thing
I-
I'm going
when
to
I
ask
get
you is,
answer questions.
like I always make this clause whenever we have a talk that has to do with marital things,
Yeah.
because we are not
Yeah,
married
we're
people.
getting ready to get married. Right?
You are getting ready to
No,
get
like we have come of age,
Age, I
right? Definitely, like you would. I believe in family
Yeah, I do too. I do.
because I believe in having, just like you would look back to your ancestors and how you were able to come here. Definitely, I mean, it's just only natural that you would think about the future as
Definitely.
well. So you think about posterity, your offspring,
The continuity of your lineage through you,
just to, that kind of. So I think about family, but one of the reasons why I think about family is just because, like it's a community thing.
Mhm.
Like just like I've realized that our viewers now they're part of our community.
Yeah, they're
It's
part
not
of
just
it,
you
yeah.
and I.
Yeah, it's not just us.
So, it's just to grow a society
Mm.
whereby you get to test your leadership as a man. Then you see your offspring, look up to you. So then I think is children, in my opinion, are one of the best ways for a man to judge his level of leadership.
And do you think a man might not be much of a leader until he has a family like he has his own family that he caters? So I'm saying his family, his own family, not his extended family, his family that he has started.
His wife,
Do you-
his children.
Yeah, do you think a man is not much of a leader yet until he hits that level?
With my knowledge now, I would say one should possess that quality first. But I think naturally it comes out, it comes out more when, with watching people around me, and it comes out when people start having children. So that's when they start seeing that, I have to be more responsible now. So I have to take things easy now. Like, I have to be a good role model because my younger self is
looking at-
watching. So people are much more cautious when they now have children. Not necessarily being married, but once a kid
Comes
into the picture, then the mentality changes.
you have to look like
Yeah,
the part, make them
for the
be
woman
able
and
to look up to you.
the father.
Yeah, that's cool. So the question is this: as a person that's looking to get married someday, I don't know how soon that is,
Yes.
but as a man,
I'm not in a
over-
hurry though. Like,
I know, I am not too. I'm not thinking about it right now. But the thing is now, as a man, when you finally get married, would you give like the totality of your income to your wife? That's one. being like women are like the keepers of the house. They know how like they know what's lacking in the house. We need to fix this. You might not be around to actually see all these things. So would you give your wife like maybe a very high percentage of your income for her to fix those things in the house, make sure the house is running properly? And if your woman happens to be working, she earns a living, she earns a salary or something, how would you feel if she gives you like that salary, like you're the head of the house, you're the leader, she know what to do with this? Would you take it? So that's 2 questions. Would you, as a man, give your wife your income, like, you know what, you're the woman, you're the head of the house, you fix you're the no, sorry, I wanted to say the caretaker of the house. That was what I wanted to say. No, you are the head of the house for sure. So would you give her your income, like, fix this, I don't want to worry about nothing? And if she gives you, would you take it?
I think it's only natural for a man to be responsible when it comes to providing.
Definitely.
You know, as a provider. So would I give? Yeah, I mean, there are some roles that we know that, you know, men are much more efficient in, and women, there are some other roles that women do very well in as well. So when it comes to like housekeeping, making sure that the home is running effectively, because most of the time as a man working, you may necessarily not be in the house all the time.
Definitely.
So the woman would be the one that would understand what is needed in the house and whatnot. So for me to now look at, okay, the house has to run. Or, you know, needs to be running effectively. So yeah, I mean, it's only natural for me to take out some part of my money to give and say, use it to take care of the house. I believe you are going to be able to do it because I trust. I should be able to trust. I trust the kind of woman that I'm going to get married.
Definitely.
So yeah. But do you mean like for me to give all of my earnings?
Yeah, give her all. Let's say you're on salary, maybe some 250, 300k, and you earn it monthly. And you just give it like, you know what, you are the caretaker of the house. You know what we need. You know what I need. Yeah, take 300k. So give me my change. The change that I don't know the better way to. I know I've seen people do it. Like be like they tell their wife like, okay, this is my salary. This is for blah blah. This is for food stuff. This is for blah blah blah. This is for upkeep. Let's save part of this for the rent, and then I'll keep the rest for my tea fare, for
it's
my
like
blah blah.
saying that like you believe that your wife is much more financially
organized
than you are.
I don't know, but I've seen people do
it. I've seen
it.
the movie Fences, you know, with Denzel Washington, whereby every time he collects his salary, he hands
over to the wife.
Everything over to the wife. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, nah, man, I'm not cool with this. Like, I should be able to know. I shouldn't give. I would not want to give my wife all of my money. Why? Because I believe I can run it better. Like, you know, that's just me. I mean, it may not be you. But
no, the question is actually directed to you. Like, would you do it? You wouldn't do it. That's a no, right?
No.
Okay, so how about the other one? If she earns a living too and she wants to hand it over to you as the head of the house, like she feels she'll be able to run it better, would you take the money?
If she gives me a salary?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I know, right? Would you take it?
Would I take it? And now she's giving me because she believes I can handle the finance. Yeah. I think that's okay. Yeah, I would take it. But I would be much more... but that would be a huge responsibility. That means I mustn't fuck up.
Yeah, you must not fuck up. Yeah.
I'm someone who likes to... I like to be very responsible, you know, for things. So when you give me a task, I would want to make sure I handle it very well. So for my wife to, you know, believe in me that I should be able to handle the finance, then know what she would be able to use for herself. Wow, that would be a huge responsibility. But I would have to make sure that I know what I want to do. I would have to make sure that I deliver like 100%.
But then for a woman to have done that,
but that's love. For a woman to have done that, that means she really believes in it. That means she really respects and loves.
Love number one, and respect number two, and she believes in your capability. She has seen you. It's not a matter of I
Exactly.
trust my husband to do. I know.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
knows.
Yeah, I like that word. Like,
She
know,
knows
not
that
just
you will
trusting.
get
I know,
things
like,
done.
because like isn't that the reason why? Like I don't know, like. I think one of the reasons why I know that women want to. I mean, we're not talking about dating now. Like when a woman wants to get married to a man, like they're very, very. I think that's when they get very.
Calculated.
Yeah, like they get very anxious because of provision and making sure that everything runs well. So you wouldn't find a woman wanting to get married and want
Choose
to
a
settle down with a broke ass nigga. You get me? Like no.
Even if she's not broke herself,
Exactly.
she still doesn't
she
want a
wants
broke
someone
man.
who has more than she
does.
has,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So with that initial attraction, so I would, it means you for a man. I don't know if I've gone off.
No,
point.
you're not. No.
It means you, the man, like that means you've already gotten yourself together well. You're well established, and she now comes into the picture. So she, like you said, she knows now that you can do it. So I think it's. I mean, I would love that.
And
But
then
like I say, it's a huge task,
responsibility.
like, huge responsibility that I would have to fulfill 100%.
Okay, in the case where I think we had this discussion off camera. We're talking about there are cases where you see in a marriage, the woman works as well. She earns a living, and for some reason, she got a landed property somewhere. She got a land. She built it without the consent, without the knowledge of the husband. I don't know. I've seen cases like that.
I've heard, like, I've not seen, like, but I've heard. Like,
Yeah, I've seen at least two.
You've seen?
Yes, I've seen at least two. But then
Now the husband's consent.
yeah, it was maybe when she's done, that's when she now tell the husband like, I built the house. And in most cases, the husbands are always shattered like, we've been living under the same roof.
I'd be pissed as well now. Why
Like,
would you?
Maybe after 15, 20 years, you just tell them. And then the thing is, she wants to move out. She wants to move to her apartment. She built it so that she can live there. So
that means the woman is leaving you.
So I don't understand sometimes I don't understand the concept. Like, we are married, right? It was supposed to be for better, for worse, and I've been doing my part, making sure this family is running. I earn a living, I take care of everything. But for some reason, because I set you up for a business or whatever, I allowed you to work, right? You're working, you're earning a living, and what you do with your own money is to go build a house. And now you want to move to that house. I don't understand.
There's lack of trust there. I don't know what would have happened.
They will say like securing a future for them. The woman will say she's securing a future for her and her children. So I don't understand. The father is no longer the children. I don't get it. The father is there, and you're secure. They always like. I was making this joke the other day. When a woman is pregnant, she says, "I'm carrying your baby." When she puts to bed, she be like, "Don't touch my baby or give me my baby." No, it's always that's always what. Yeah. So now she'll be like, she's securing a future.
No, sorry.
Yeah,
I have to think about that.
Okay, yeah, she'll be like,
when she's carrying the
baby, it is your baby.
Your child.
Yeah,
when she puts to bed.
No, it's her child.
It's her child.
It's her child. Now don't touch my baby. Give me my baby. But when she's carrying her, when she's pregnant, she'll be like, "I'm carrying your baby." Like, she's doing you own favor. Like, let's not talk about that. But now, the excuse I've heard on these two occasions is these women saying they are securing a future for themselves and their children. I don't understand. The father is still doing like the duties of a father, still providing for the family, making sure the family runs well. But the woman, on the other hand, her money, she's using it to secure a landed property for herself.
I don't know, whatever the case is. To me, that's very sad. And that means there's no trust in the house. And to me, I would just say that's completely wrong. Because I don't know, whatever the situation is that the woman is going through, that she now because there's always like two sides.
Yeah, to the story.
to every story.
def.
But regardless,
Mm.
why? I don't know. Like then you should have divorced him before you start. I don't know. Like
And let's look
before
at
you
it.
start building the house. Like,
Let's look at it from this angle as well. Should a man have a problem with his wife also securing a landed property, even like maybe the reason some women don't tell their husbands when they are about to do these things is for the fear that the man might say no, you don't need to build your own house. We are living
you
here.
don't have to build your
But
own.
then,
Why would you want to build your own house?
now look at it from
Because the
this.
house, like when the document of the house, like who is
Yeah,
going to
no,
be,
she
like,
definitely her name will be on it.
exactly
But then, if she's securing it for the family, would that be a problem?
for the family.
Yeah.
Without the husband's
No,
consent.
let's say the husband gives his consent,
Then that would be a very good.
but in most cases they don't seek for the consent of the
If
husband.
she doesn't seek the consent of the husband, then that's totally wrong. But if she did or does, that's okay.
How
They can
about
build it together.
How about a case where the husband, like maybe I've seen this one too, like the woman is always preaching for the man to try and secure a landed property so that they can move off a rented apartment, and the man is adamant like, where am I going to get the money? Now this is what I'm saying. The man uses all of his income to take care of the family. Now the woman makes her whole money, dashes off to buy a landed property, to build a land on it, and say she's securing the future. Now it's the saying they always have, like, my money. Women will say, my money is my money. Your money, like the husband's money, is our money. What do they do with their money?
You see, that's the part I don't really get. Like, your money is your money, but
Your husband's money is our money.
husband's money. So my wife tells me that her money is her money and my money is our,
Our
money.
money.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know, but it is just what it is.
Yeah.
It's the way it's been.
So, like, what we should now be using
That's
our money
that's
for?
the question I'm asking. Now, I'm never going to be against a woman working when you are married. Like you, it's good to bring two incomes to the house.
Yeah, to
You
support
understand?
the family.
To support,
like,
it
make
should be
to
to
sustain
support.
it.
Yeah, it should be like now two incomes is better than one. I would never be against my wife working, like getting an income as well. I would never ever be against that. But when it becomes like you making your money to do shit for you, like, are you saying you are not a part of this family?
And you know how women can be very frivolous with Owambe, Ashray.
Yeah. Party.
So maybe that's what they usually save the money for, though. So no shade. I'm just
No, sorry. It's alright. So let's just, if we go deep into it, we're going to be we're going to be making a whole lot of headlines though.
I get it. Men have always been. There's this high standard that is required of a man. Like, you're supposed to be able to take things and not just. You're supposed to accept
The way things
the
run.
way things are, not complain and all.
We
this.
don't. We never complain.
Yeah.
We just flow with it. So.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy for men. So men, there's a huge responsibility on men. Like, you have to, be able to deliver at every
Time. Every point in
moment.
time.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So-
So what made you come up with some of these questions? What did you see?
Like I said, I've seen a scenario where, in about 20, 25 years of marriage, a man is going to find out that his wife now has a landed property somewhere. She has a house. Or she's telling the man at the later hour, like, I secured the house and I want to move to the house. Definitely she has built it so that she can live there. But she always bring their children
In my
into
case, right? If a woman does that, that means she's not into the man again. Like, now she's planning to leave for good.
But yeah, does it mean she has used the man over the years? Because she has been
She has
able
used
to
the man?
Yeah, no, that's how I would say.
Yeah.
For her to have saved up enough to buy a house, to build a house, that means she was living off the man.
She used the man to get children, you mean?
No. The man was taking care of the family, right? She didn't have to bother about all those things.
Yeah.
All she had to do was, focus on her building her stuff.
build a house.
So the man,
But would she allow the man to come live with her?
then that's the. In most cases, they want the man to come live there with them, and in all these cases, I've
So
seen
they're
the
flipping
men.
the whole thing.
Yeah, I've seen the men saying, "Nah, I don't want to live with you."
Yeah, because
and then the society will
because
be
the woman
like,
is supposed to
"Are you
live
not
with you."
happy?" No, the society will be like, "Are you not happy that your wife has a house? Why would you go there to live with
I'm
her?"
not.
But the women, the children, they'll go and live with them, with their mother.
Yeah, they not leave the man hanging.
Yeah. If I was the one, I would just,
men
I
are
would
going
just,
through a
I would
lot.
just get a fresh little chick. Just,
Yeah, that's you. But so, there's a lot of people would like, religion has in this part of the world, like we are very religious. So in a situation like that, many men wouldn't want to go wild.
Yeah,
like you would.
but it breaks people down though.
Yeah, because
Like,
that's very,
what has gotten you tired about this union? Like, you want to go live. That means you are like you've gotten a house already. That's where you will live. It's now your house.
especially when the house that you guys are currently living has been built by your husband.
Yes.
Something like so. Why would you want to need your own house?
I don't understand.
It's
But
crazy.
like I said, if it's going to be for the family, like maybe it's a business, you are going to let it out like for rent, like it's going to bring more income. I think that's more understandable. Like, you are doing it for the family, for the continuous, running of this family. Now we have an extra income somewhere. That would be okay.
No, the problem I'm having is like without the husband's consent.
In most cases, they don't see. They don't see because
that's
there's
foul.
this feeling, or there's this thought. They think like most men wouldn't be happy, or they won't give the consent to their wives to carry out such projects in this part of the world. I mean, though, it'd be like
What?
that. Like, most men wouldn't give a consent to their wife to run that kind of a thing. Like, you want to go and build your own
Yeah,
house.
because like, why would you want to go build your own house when we're married? So if we already have a house or we don't have a house yet, we're supposed to build together.
Not like you go build on your
Not
own.
like you go build yours so that it can be in your own name.
That's in most cases it will
Because
to always be in the
If
man's
the
name.
woman is actually taking the kids with her, right? But they are bearing the husband's name.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, the man still the man biologically has like, or maybe as far as documents is concerned, like the man has like there is a name that is tied, so the man doesn't have anything to lose. They're still carrying the name, but the woman.
Well,
Why don't you be in the same union so that everything can be?
that automatically breaks that marriage. It
Yeah,
automatically does. Once your wife says she has built a house and she wants to go live there, that means that's the end of that marriage.
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
sure.
saying, like that means that type of person wants to live. That has been planning to live like a
For
very
ages.
long time.
Now, on a lighter note, would you allow your wife to know the totality of your income? Like, if you are
Monthly.
yeah, no, not like let's say monthly. Would you tell her like, okay, babe, I make $5 million a month?
$5 million a month.
I'm just saying. Would you tell her? Would you tell her like, this is how much I make? I make this much money. Would you let her know, like, if you make $5 million a month, would you let her know that you make $5 million in a month? Is it advisable for you to?
Me, I wouldn't though.
Why?
The reason is, well, I mean, man, this is like one.
Why? Why wouldn't you let her know? You just said nope. But why?
Yeah. I like have like there's a visceral like that inner reaction to that. Like that's why I responded like that. Women and money, like it's crazy. Demands here and there, like
Yeah.
if like experience wise, right? If a woman knows you have some amount of money on you, she would
bring
make sure
the
that
budget.
she gets like everything that she does, like
Yeah.
she wants to tap from that, like. And women are very smart. They like to calculate for you, like You know, if a woman knows that you have, like you said, maybe $1 million, well, that's huge.
Yeah.
Let's say like a million naira, like she would help you calculate.
Yes, now without you remaining a dime.
Yeah, like why you have your plans, right?
Mm.
But she would have like calculated everything that, like, that how the money is supposed to be.
You spend.
I want to put it in a very good context, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to, declare everything. The reason is because so that so that I can, there's some contingency plans that like men naturally make.
No, for sure.
Like you keep that, like you save that. You save that in a separate account so that when
They need that, right?
when there is a crisis or whatnot, when there is a need for something, urgent need, you can just go there and pull it out. So that's one of the reasons I wouldn't want to declare all of my monthly income, just so that I can protect the family more.
Definitely.
You understand? Because I understand that when a woman knows, maybe not all women, but most women, when they know that you have a particular amount, they just
Flow with it.
yeah. But then again, like they don't necessarily believe if you say that this is the particular amount that you have. Like, women
They
don't
believe you have more.
Have you been in a situation like whereby, like, I remember my like with my parents, like when my dad gives it like a particular amount and he has now declared that this is all I have, and you see my mom will still come like,
And now, some days
we
later,
still need one or two, like, but the man has already declared it.
they're always
So
expecting you to.
where
have
do you
more.
expect him to
Me
get
too.
more money? Like, he has just said this is all I have, like, and now you're not coming with another expenses. So I think that's my primary reasons, for always stashing something aside. And yeah, that's
But
just
then, if you stash something aside, then you start at the end of this month. You tell her like, okay, this is 250,000 that I earned. 50,000 is for food stuff. We are supposed to pay. We are supposed to keep a part of my income for the house rent. Like monthly, we are saving maybe some 30K for the rent. Like monthly, we keep 30K. This is for your upkeep. Some 10K for your upkeep, normal upkeep. The children, what they need, blah blah blah. This is it, blah blah. I'll keep the rest for myself for tea fare and some miscellaneous. You've already declared that. Meanwhile, you declare to her like you have 200, but you are keeping 50 that is unknown to her. Now you already declared. Now if she comes with more expenses and you find a way to look for somewhere and give her, aren't you still making her
make
doubt
it
that?
seem like this is it. Now you make it seem like whenever when there's a new demand, right? You just I think I have one or two married persons that I'm friends with.
Yeah.
So when there's a new demand, you just make it seem like you've gone out to go search, so that when you're coming back with that, maybe with extra 10K, you now like lament like, oh man, it's
We had to
easy,
get.
where I went to today, man.
Do you know you're actually decoding this thing for me?
Yes, now. Yeah.
Women will go home now and be begging their husband like, in a cast update too.
No, but it's just about the context of the question. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to like explain my reasons because, like you said, you might have declared a particular amount,
Yeah.
and the woman knows that this amount has been declared. Maybe during the weekend, something now comes up again. She will still come back. Say,
Definitely,
"We
she
need
expects
one
you
or
to
two."
turn
So
up.
in
That's
that
it.
moment, like when you are expected to do something, in that moment you are supposed to deliver. So how are you going to handle it if you don't have anything stashed?
You know this.
So that's why I said like you just make it seem like you've gone to really
Yeah.
done something hard and come back so that she can have sympathy. Like I'm
this
secretly
this
giving
kind
out
of
quotes.
this is on a lighter note though. These are some of the things that kind of like messes with my head about married people. Yeah, like the husband comes home tonight, tells you all he has home and abroad is 10,000, and he gives that money to you like at night, and he tells you, give me 500 so I can use it to get to work tomorrow, and then in the morning.
Yeah.
The wife knocks on the door of the man's room like, Daddy, one thing, please. We need 2,000 naira tonight. I be
After
like,
you just
what
collected
the?
transport
Did
money?
I steal overnight? What? Women do it a lot.
Yeah, it happens.
It's the way. It's the way like they are.
I think that just still shows about biologically how we are wired as humans. Starting the podcast, I was mentioning books like Law of Human Nature and stuff like that. It just shows how biologically we are wired. It's how we have been wired. So it is expected of a woman. Just expects that
You
a
to
man
be
is
the provider.
no apart
to-
from the
to be
provider,
responsible.
A man is
A man.
a man. So however you are going to make sure that you pull that off,
You have to just-
whenever there is a need, you just deliver. So which is a huge burden on men which is also good
It's good.
to up your game,
Keeps you
make
on your
sure that
toes and
keep
yeah.
grinding and make sure that you be the best version of yourself. Because no matter how in that with when it comes to finances, like money aspect, like no matter like you've just expressed everything. No matter what, she would still want you to
Definitely.
deliver. So when there's enough to go around, then she's happy. That's it.
Would there ever be enough for a woman? Like,
It's not like enough for like a lifetime.
yeah, I
Like,
get it. I'm
in that
just
moment,
saying.
In that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah,
In that moment.
that's
In that
true.
moment.
That's true. I've seen my mom played this trick on my dad for like
Yeah, that's
well
my
while
mom-
growing
my mom
up.
as well.
I'll be like,
we are selling our moms out like.
I be like, no, it's just the truth. Now you
Yeah.
just be like, what are you saying? Like, this guy said he doesn't have money.
I
Like,
know, like my dad would complain like, what the fuck? I've
like
just-
my dad would be like, when I come back from work this night, I'll sort you guys.
And that's
And then we come back, we'll sort everybody. And in the morning, you just come up with a new expense, and you'll be like, God. So and then
I think we should wrap up. Like,
Yeah,
the viewers, they should be able to like, what do you guys think?
what do you guys think? Would you, as a woman, hand over some part of your salary to your husband if you feel he is more than capable to make sure that the house is running? And as a husband, would you hand up like the totality of your income to your wife so that she can run the house properly? Number 3. Would you tell your wife, the totality of your income? If you earn 300,000, if you earn 3,000 naira per month, would you tell her like, babe, I earn 300,000 naira? If you can, let us know. Tell us why. If you can't, if you cannot, let's
Make
get
sure
to know.
you drop a comment in the comment section, and make sure you give us some likes, because it helps with our algorithm to make sure people see our content. This is still the greatest show, and I'm always happy that I finally realized that we're a community. It's not just myself and Emil alone.
It's a community.
And a big shout out to our producer
me.
in the back,
Mr. Samson Alamu.
Thank you very much for always giving us that shot.
Yeah.
Toby, who was here on the last episode, had to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And maybe like I think King David, like
King
give
David,
shout out to King
David, keep being strong, my brother.
Exactly.
Keep being strong. We can't wait to have you back on the show.
Yeah,
man.
he's gonna come back.
Yeah,
But right now he's very, very busy with so many stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for keeping in touch and making sure that you're supporting us as well. This is the Greatest Show.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.